Oh boy. So I'm on the record at various times over the last like 3 years ago. I said I think Tyreek Hill is going to play for the Kansas City Chiefs in 2026. Um, he obviously in the last 2 years he already had a tough off the field rap sheet. It got tougher. He also suffered a catastrophic injury. He also was an all-time first ballot bad teammate to Tua. So for all of those things, I am not certainly as hot on it as I once was, but I'm also not going to lie to the audience. If they sign him, I'm not going to be like, I won't be a fan of the team. Like maybe that makes me a bad person. My concern on it is that, listen, that every football team's going to have some, potential bad actors. I worry if a team's bad actors are, or potential bad actors are congregated in one position room, and the Chiefs have a bunch of good guys with no, question marks, and then a bunch of guys with question marks who all seem to be in the wide receiver room. So adding, I don't know if Tyreek Hill is like veteran leader there. But if they get him for $5 million and see, like I'm not gonna. I just got to be honest. Like this is, it's pro football, and I'll probably be like, man, maybe they can recreate some magic, and I'll deal with it. But I don't think it's a necessity.
Shut up, Brian.
Welcome to the pod. Welcome to Brian's World. I am your host, the ambassador of Kansas City, Kansas City's favorite son, Brian B. Shynin.
Shut up, Brian.
Thank you for joining me on another episode. And I thank you for your time because I know and I realize you could have been anywhere else in this world, but you're here with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. Shout out to my fam at Foolish Club Media. Go ahead, rate, subscribe, and review all of that. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course on YouTube. And while you're at YouTube, please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that on the Be Shining page. Look, I'm creeping my way towards some monetization goals. So please, man, tap that subscribe button to the Be Shining page on YouTube so you can check out every single episode of Brian's World. My hustle and shine in the morning content on Hot 103 Jams.
Duh.
I got mixes. I got beats, motivational minute, interviews. I got hella on my YouTube page, man. Tap in and check me out. This week, inside the pod, haven't talked about the Chiefs in a minute. There is some news that is worthy of definitely bringing up, including and not limited to Tyreek Hill. Kelce seems to be creeping closer to coming back for another year, and just a little bit of draft talk because I just think mock drafts, they're pointless and useless because nobody is ever right ever. Um, Mayor Brian B. Shining, yeah, Mayor Lucas, current and 55th elected mayor of Kansas City, Missouri. He's been sending me some encouraging words. Dive into that and all of that encompasses. Kansas City is number one in homelessness in the United States. Something is wrong. We got to talk about it in Brian's World. And then the final subject we'll tap into, and it's kind of something that I'm going to do, something new on the podcast as I, lean into some new directions with Brian's World, and I want to talk about men in our relationship with therapy. It's a newfound relationship that I personally am involved in, and a viral video that set this conversation up. We'll get into all of that in this episode of Brian's World.
We go through everything and everybody. I mean, that's how Brett does, and I don't even know if Tyreek is healthy right now. I mean, to do anything. So that's I'm sure he's working hard on that part of it and trying to get that all straightened out. But yeah, I mean, we talk about everything. So it's not there's nothing nothing happening there. But it's we know what you know, and that he's out there, and cranking away, trying to get himself back to where he can play, period.
Something tells me that Andy Reid is putting out a little gamesmanship with that statement he put about Tyreek Hill. Especially when the news dropped that the Chiefs are and I'm paraphrasing, snooping around and keeping tabs on the health of Tyreek Hill. And boy, am I intrigued. I think that this version of Tyreek Hill, like, okay, let's just say, let's just say the Chiefs get Tyreek Hill. And I'm just thinking about the version of player of Tyreek Hill that we're going to get. No, we're not going to get Tyreek from 2016 to 2022 or 21 when he was here. That version is done. He's probably not as fast as he was. Of course he's not as fast as he was. He's 32 years old, damn it. There's another element to his game that I think that he could be super dangerous, as he's still an issue one-on-one. Like, he's fast, but he's also quick. And I think he's still probably at least one of the, if he were to come back and his surgeries or go well and all of that, I would still think and bet that Tyreek Hill is still one of the top 15 to 20 fastest players in the National Football League still. I mean, because when at his peak, I had never seen anybody as fast as that man. And I've seen Jamal Charles. I've seen Darryl Green from Washington back in the day. I've seen I saw Chris Johnson live, burn the Chiefs live from the Titans in the 2000s. I've seen Deion Sanders, Eric Metcalf. They're Quadri Ismail, Rocket Ismail. There have been several fast. Dante Hall. Dante Hall wasn't super fast. He was more quick than fast. But besides that, look, Tyreek Hill, the man. I remember a play against the Raiders, Thursday Night Football. It was either 2016 or 2017. I think it was 2016, his rookie year. Man dropped his mouthpiece and looked down and was about to go get the damn mouthpiece on his way to the end zone. He was like 10, 15 yards away from the end zone. He's about to go get the damn mouthpiece, bro. Like, and he still scored with nobody within 5 yards within him. So he's not going to be that fast. But my point is, when he was that fast, there's no way he's down to where Julian Edelman is or something like that. But speaking of Julian Edelman, it's the reason I bring him up, because I think that could be Tyreek Hill's game. Not necessarily being a burner downfield, but more underneath. Maybe tunnel screens. Of course the reverse game is still there for him. The trick play, I think if again, he has to be healthy though. His knee, that was a catastrophic knee injury that he suffered last year in that game. So it's just a lot of questions right now, but a lot of smoke with Tyreek Hill coming back to Kansas City. And I'm here for it, especially if it's the right price too. You get Tyreek Hill on a prove it $8 million 1 year deal, man, please. He would already know the concepts and plays for the most part. Of course, it has evolved. Andy Reid's playbook is always going to switch up and change up. Eric Bieniemy now back in the fold, but he still is familiar with what they do and how they do it, more importantly. So, sign me up. And then, speaking of money too, Mahomes with a restructure, freeing up a lot of cash for the Chiefs there, and the Chiefs needed it with the backs against the wall with the salary cap. And also Mike Dana being released. That gives you some cap relief there, probably about $8 million. And we all saw that coming a mile away. That defensive line needs to be retooled. Mike Dana, you cool, bruh? but your services are no longer needed with the Kansas City Chiefs because there was absolutely no pressure put on a quarterback, especially on your end, on your side. And Travis Kelce, he seems to be coming back. There and that's another move that I'm definitely down for. We don't want to see Travis Kelce in his career looking like how he did at the now. Not that he looked bad, but it's just a quarter. He's playing with Chris Oladokin,
Come
bro.
on now, dog.
That cannot be his final pass from Oladokin or
Come on, man.
Gardner Minshew. No, he can't end like that. Nah, the career has to end with Patrick Mahomes on the field with Kelce. And I still think overall, all jokes aside or whatever, football wise, he looked like he still got it last year. And perhaps with another offseason, a longer offseason with him maybe getting in better shape than he was last year, because last year he was in good shape. Perhaps he can't be the focal point of the offense. That's over with. But to have him in the fold with more so of his leadership, and he's still a dependable, get you 5 yards here, get you a tough 7 yards here, whatever. His hands are still dependable. He can still get loose a little bit. And then you think about the red zone too with Travis Kelce. He can still be a target there. And his chemistry with Mahomes, you can't buy that. I want Travis Kelce to end his career better than what it looked like at the end of last year, too. It's kind of more of a selfish point on that. Speaking of more Chiefs news, and this excites me because the running back room needs a retool all around. And Travis Etienne, who was probably one of my favorite free agent running backs and still is out of the crop of running backs that are available this year, if the Chiefs were to go attack and go and get one of these guys, it would definitely be Travis Etienne for me. He's a dual threat running back. He can run inside. He can run outside. He got speed. He got a little power on him for his size. He can catch the ball. So I think that he's an every down back and a weapon, more so importantly, and maybe somebody who Bashar Smith can look after and kind of mold his game after with Travis Etienne. And damn it, the news broke that Travis Etienne seems to be interested in coming to the Chiefs. He sees what kind of offense we run over here. He sees what an impact he could be with having a legit guy in the backfield who can get it done on all 3 downs, not just a couple. He's not a workhorse per se, but I would describe him as definitely your number 1 running back in the backfield. So, plus, like, again, with football, it's all about chess and all about strategy. If it's a 3rd and short and Travis Etienne is in the backfield, you don't know what the hell we're about to do. See, we could pass the ball to him, we could screen him, we could just do a normal pass, we could run him inside, we can run him outside. But with previous Chiefs teams, you knew what the damn Chiefs was doing on 3rd down. You always knew. If it was Kareem Hunt, you knew he was running the ball. More times that was successful than not. If it was 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, or 4th and 1, 4th and 2. But if it was somebody else other than Kareem Hunt, you knew we were passing. That's what a running back like Etienne can give the Chiefs, such an advantage on those situations in the game. Breece Hall, I like Breece Hall. I like him a lot. Speed, power, hands. He got everything. He can protect the quarterback on passing situations. Price seems to be a little too steep for the Chiefs. And I don't is Breece Hall worth like 10 mil a year, 11 mil a year? In this cap with the Chiefs cap space and in this economy, I don't know, man. Especially when you could get a back like Travis Etienne, maybe perhaps at a cheaper price to him. Another question that the Chiefs have to answer this offseason: what the hell are we doing with Trent McDuffie? What are they doing with him? So the Chiefs already strapped for cap room. And then on the other hand, you have 2 free agent cornerbacks. Both of your cornerbacks are said to be, one is said to be a free agent. The other you got to make a decision on if you're going to pay or not. So the Chiefs are in a real pickle right now with Trent McDuffie. Do you trade him for another first round pick? If somebody's offering a first round pick for him, hell, Sauce Gardner got, didn't the Jets get 2 first round picks for Sauce Gardner?
Lord
But
have
we
mercy.
can't get at least 1 first round pick for Trent McDuffie? If not, then sign him. Man, the Chiefs having 2 first round picks, boy, that could really turn this team around. If you could get a first for McDuffie, and perhaps you get a pick in the mid-20s or something like that, maybe Caleb Downs fall. He probably won't fall that far, but maybe he falls down and you strengthen the defense up a little bit if you don't get Caleb Downs at the 9 spot. Maybe you're thinking about getting a receiver at the 9 spot. I don't know. A lot of things to think about with him. And how does Rashee Rice, how does that news affect the draft? Like I said, I think wide receivers on the board right now for the Chiefs, because before the Rashee Rice news broke, I highly doubted the Chiefs would take a wide receiver at that 9 spot. But damn it, they should really think about that now. I want Jeremiah Love for real, but I think that's out of the window. But my brain says Caleb Downs at 9. But now with this Rashee Rice, with the news coming out, the Chiefs could do anything. Do the Chiefs trade back? Get more picks? Nobody knows a damn thing, too. Nobody knows what's happening or what's going on, except Veach and his staff. So this is we're all going to be locked in on this Chiefs all season. Tony Gonzalez, this was, he made an appearance on Marshawn Lynch's pod. This was in November. But Star K Media, my guys at Star K, they brought this clip back up. And he's talking about his career in Kansas City versus his career in Atlanta. And he really be pissing me off with these comments.
Do you actually get up out of Kansas City?
Oh, yeah. My thing was I need to go to a place where there's going to be a guy at the quarterback position who could take us there. And I remember they were going to trade me to Buffalo. And I was like, and so I went to Atlanta, obviously, because Matt was there and Roddy, and they had a good team.
It was Atlanta.
And that's where, like, a lot of Kansas City fans, because they asked me a question one time, Atlanta did. They said, what do you are grateful about being an Atlanta Falcon? I said, well, Atlanta made my career and the Kansas City fans hated that. They might hate me for bringing it up again, but I still kind of stand by that. And the reason why, listen to me here. You play so long. I'm 33 years old at the time, and I know my window is only this much shorter. And you just want a chance to win.
Yeah.
And even now, I'll never win a Super Bowl, obviously. I never even played in one. But the closest I ever got was in it. I know you guys don't like it, but we beat you guys to go to the NFC Championship game. And that makes all the difference in the world because of my career. I had done everything. And just to be able to, I'm just glad I'm so grateful that I can say I played in the NFC Championship game, let alone a Super Bowl. And if I would have stayed in Kansas City, that would have never happened. We had Matt Castle, and I don't even know the head coach they brought in, but it would have been tough. And so a lot of the fans out there, they don't understand that. And I think the way they can understand that is if the feeling that they have right now in Kansas City. I was just there a week ago to do some promotional stuff. And how happy the fans are.
Yeah, they get extra games every year.
This is living right now.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of a dynasty. They're probably going to go win another one this year,
They're
maybe.
probably not even mad at you no more.
Well, they
probably forgot about it.
We don't hate you anymore. But I want that feeling. I wanted that feeling that they have walking around, being so proud of your team and all that stuff. I mean, that's why I have a hard time going to Kansas City now sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I get off that plane and I'm like, we were losers there. We didn't win at all.
So let me get this straight. You doing all this jeffing and you're doing all this grifting for an NFC championship game appearance, not a win, an NFC championship game appearance, and that made your career?
What? What? And you got to be kidding me.
Come on, bro. What? Not a Super Bowl appearance, but an NFC championship game appearance that you lost? Okay, yes, that's the closest. I get it. That's the closest you've ever been to the Super Bowl. And everybody has a right to feel how they feel about this, especially him. I didn't strap up the pads and I didn't put a helmet on. You know, I wasn't in Tony Gonzalez's shoes, so I do respect his opinion and his point of view. But I'm just appalled that he's doing all of this over an NFC championship game appearance. Now, maybe I think us in Chiefs Kingdom, maybe, you know, we have just been a little spoiled with the success that we've had recently because, damn it, we was, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was clinging on to that AFC championship game appearance that the Chiefs had in 1993 for so long until Mahomes came along and we started winning Super Bowls. But you know, I guess it's a lot of pain there for Tony Gonzalez because the man said he can't even get off the damn plane. He didn't even like getting off the plane in Kansas City because, you know, he lost so much. It disappoints me so much that he spent all that time here in Kansas City. And when he got traded in 2009, I don't think anybody was really like upset with Tony Gonzalez, including myself. I wasn't upset at him. It was year 12 or year 13 for him in the league. And he was tired of it, bro. He didn't want to go through another rebuild. And I think everybody understood at the time. But for you I just feel like he's totally discrediting the Chiefs and what they were doing at the time. And he says he loves the fans, but damn, bro, like it seems like you don't like the city. Yeah, I just don't like people talking down, like purposefully on Kansas City, like as if Kansas City did something to you after they leave. But I just think that he knows that this is Kelce City and he won't ever get it back with Travis Kelce's star power, Travis Kelce's success, Travis Kelce's Super Bowl rings that he's brought to the town, and you know, along with Mahomes and the entire team or whatever. But Kelce was a big part in all of those championships. But you know, this is Travis Kelce City, and he's probably bowing down to that and succumbing to the fact that he'll never be a bigger star here now than Travis Kelce is. It ain't happening no more. And I think on the field too. You know, Travis Kelce was just, you know, he's just a little bit better. Tony Gonzalez was a monster, he was a beast, and considered to me a long time the best tight end to ever play football. But damn it, we got one just a little bit better. Still love Tony Gonzalez to a point. Still love him though. Still love him. Thank you for what you did. But man, you can't be talking down on Kansas City and the Chiefs after you leave. I'm not standing for it.